Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tarot with Titania reading of the week for August 2nd to the 9th, 2024. We're beginning the month of August already. I'm going to invite you to take a nice deep breath with me, 3 of them, in fact. Close your eyes, and let's pull our energy into sync across time and space so we can co-create this reading together. And with that third exhale, I invite you to imagine a tree root coming down out of the base of your spine, going down deep into Mother Earth, like a tree root going down and being held by our Mother, the Earth, knowing that that tree root is not only grounding you and allowing you to be fully present in the now, but it is also a conduit through which anything that no longer serves you can easily pass down into Mother Earth and become compost for your new good growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I am here with all of your children now and in the future, co-creating this reading of the week for August 2nd to the 9th, 2024. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information we most need to receive right now, and to provide this in a manner that we will easily and effortlessly hear, understand, and integrate for our personal and our collective highest and greatest good. I call upon my higher self, the higher selves of all of those listening now and in the future, as well as an overlighting angel of communication to be present to facilitate this exchange, ensuring that it happens in the highest and best way possible, and that we cover all that is in our personal and collective heart and mind at this time, in this window that we have together here today, addressing that which is uppermost and most important for our good, and the good of our relationship to each other and this beautiful planet we call home, with all life on her. I'd like to invite the 4 archangels to come and hold the 4 directions around us, creating a sacred container across time and space, including everyone who is tuning in, holding us with love and light, creating a space of insight, of wisdom, of empowerment, of healing, of discernment. Whatever it is that you most need to receive here today is being held by the angels for your good. I invite Raphael to hold the east, Michael to hold the south, Gabriel to hold the west, and Uriel to hold the north. Thank you for coming and for your love and ongoing support. Anything that doesn't match these intentions is welcome to go now. Okay. Onward and upward. And so, Creator, we are at the crossroads of another week, entering into the season of fall according to the Wiccan calendar. What is it that we need to know for our highest and greatest good, so that we can bring our best to life in service to more life, in service to our own good and the good of all those around us and all life everywhere. We are channels of the life force. Help us to do it well, please, for our good and the good of all. I keep saying that. It's what I think. It's what I feel. Okay, so we're going to start. Here we go. And we've begun with a bang. We have the Tower right out of the gate here. So the Tower is a major arcana. Key 16 is all about the tower, which is the symbol of our earthly manifestation, is struck by the lightning of truth and is brought down to its foundations, meaning anything that is out of integrity is not able to withstand the glare of truth. And so this is sitting in our recent past. It's relevant into our present, into our future. There are a lot of truths being revealed right now. There are a lot of false structures being brought to their foundations now. It's an opportunity for us as humanity to rise and become more than we were, to let go of those things that are no longer working and use the contrast that they've provided us with to clearly and passionately call in the future that we desire. A beautiful future that serves all of us, that is in harmony with this planet, that allows us to coexist with other life on this planet in wonderful ways. We have a lot of resilience as the human species. We have a lot of adaptability. We are resilient, and it's important to remember that as we go through the challenges that we face. There's nothing that we can't overcome if we choose to. We are the expression of God embodied, the life force in human form. The life force comes in many forms. You and I, as human beings, are doing it as humans. And we have an opportunity to be intentional and conscious and deliberate and dynamic in our choices, in our actions, in our words. To be very conscious is our opportunity right now. We're becoming more and more awake, more and more aware, and we have opportunities to rise again, to build our towers on solid foundations. So what does that mean? It means we have to come home to ourselves. We need to know ourselves. This isn't an outside in job. This is an inside out job. The structures that were built from the outside in are falling apart. They don't have inherent integrity because they are not congruent with who and what we are now. They have to go. We need to change. We need to adjust and adapt. And we already have tremendously, more than we probably realize. And so this is our opportunity to say, what is important? What do I value? What is most precious to me? And that's where we start, is within ourselves. And then when we're clear about what is important within us, we can gather with others and come together and say, what is important to us? What are the values? What are the morals, the container? How are we going to build this collaborative structure that humanity is so good at when they put their intention to it? So this energy is sitting in the past position, which means it influences the present and the future. We've all gone through tower moments. We've all had our lives turned upside down. And we know how to adjust and adapt to that. We've done it before. We're doing it again and again. And this is our opportunity. Use the contrast. Get clear about what is wanted and focus on what is wanted. When we push against what we don't want, we're giving it energy. That resistance is charging it with life force. We really need to be very deliberate. This is another piece of this mastery that we're in the moment of right now. Is it's not about giving our attention and our focus to what is not wanted. We need to pivot towards what is wanted. That's our most powerful place, our most powerful perspective. And we have to stay mindful and cognizant of it. Especially because there's so much to distract us, so much to pull us off our center, so much to fill us with fear, so much to fill us with doubt and uncertainty. We fall off the wagon, our own interconnectedness and our certainty, when we look to the outside for answers. We're at a time when we're being called to develop our inner wisdom and our inner connection to our truth, the broader, wiser part of us, source energy that is at the core of each and every one of us. It's our time to develop that relationship. Okay. The present card is the card of work, 3 of Pentacles. And this isn't the kind of work where it's a drudgery and it's a chore and it's unpleasant. This is a lovely, collaborative, co-creative kind of work. We have these 2 ladies carrying a basket of something wonderful between them, and this one has another basket on her shoulder, and she's got her pitchfork, and clearly they've been out working. But they're having a nice bit of chat. And they're not racing around or rushing like crazy people. They're enjoying life as they do life. They're pausing and smelling the roses. They're having a little bit of conversation as they do it. This isn't about powering through and not paying attention. This is about being deeply present and doing everything well, with all of our heart, with all of our mind, with all of our presence. This is in our present position, the card of work, 3 of Pentacles. Pentacles, as you know, is the earth element. This is the element of all the good stuff, that all of that stuff that's important for us in bodies. Food, home, shelter, companionship, community. It's the earth. It's the resources of the earth. It can mean money, because money is a symbolic outcome of all of these other things that we've just talked about. So it's all interrelated. And this card is just saying, hey, it's okay. It's okay for us to be here now and do it really well. Be in our moment, be in our now, be in our day-to-day experience, and give it our best. Let ourselves bring our best to the world through our offering, whatever that may be, whether that's a pile of laundry, a paper to write, a presentation to give, a meeting to chair, whatever it is that is in your wheelhouse, that is your current iteration of your expression of your gifts and talents and abilities right now. This is a reminder to do it well and enjoy it. Savor it. Because work doesn't have to be a chore. It doesn't have to be a drudge. It can be something that nourishes us deeply and well, especially when we bring our mindful energy to it. One of my grandmothers used to say, make everything that you do a prayer to God. And so I love that, because it reminded me, and I hope it reminds you, that everything that we do can be an offering to life. We can do it with the best we are able to give at this time. And as such, we are adding unto the energy of life from a very intentional and beautiful place. The near future, the card of justice. What goes around comes around. So this is the middle card of the major arcana, key 11. And it can be about the legal system. We have that structure in place to help us coexist as a society. What are the guidelines that we've chosen to put ourselves under? And this card is telling us in the near future, or this week, that we're moving towards this energy of justice, of things that are out of integrity being brought to justice. There's nothing that we really have to, what I want to say is there's nothing that we have to do, but we're certainly called in different aspects and elements of our lives to participate in justice, or being part, an agent or an agency of, or an aspect of that circle of correction. Not that we have to go out and become vigilantes. Please don't misunderstand me. That's not what I'm saying. But there is a lot that's out of balance right now. That's what I'm wanting to say with this card. There's a lot that is out of balance that will need to be corrected. And we don't need to worry about being the one to do the correcting on that world stage. Our field is our life. Our field is our direct experience. Maybe if you're Attorney General, it's your job, it's your purview to go and do this. But if you're not, where do you need to attend to your life to clean things up and to do things honorably and to have things congruent and aligned? And it's like that karmic energy. We can engage with life very deliberately and not just do the same old all over again, but change it. Interact with our lives and be deliberate. And this is very much ties into what we're seeing here. Things that are out of integrity falling away, and the opportunity to rebuild in a very congruent and intentional manner. Doing that work, the rebuilding work, the deliberate co-creative work of the new world with each other, connecting and making it a beautiful, rich, lovely, joyful experience. Why not? And as a result of this, our new set point, our new energy is bringing completion to things that need to be completed so that we are clean and clear going forward. So that energy of justice, of karma, allowing that cycle and those wheels to play out on the larger scale. We can't worry enough about anything or get angry enough about anything to change that outer world. All that happens when we get into those spinning states is we're feeding our energy and our attention into something that we don't want. So the next time you find yourself in that place, please take a deep breath. Come home to that beautiful you and say, right, this is my life right here, right now. What do I need to attend to? Where do I need to clean up my actions and my words and my deeds so that I can be congruent and aligned, clean and clear, a wonderful divine channel for love and light on the planet, but cleaning up what needs to be cleaned up so that I'm not dragging old patterns into my future. Okay. The foundation card, why we're having the reading, the judgment card. So we have 3 major arcana this week. That'll be an interesting one to watch and see how things unfold, because it usually means a lot of change and transformation and big spiritual impacts. So judgment, the foundation card, why we're having the reading. So judgment implies we are making something wrong. We are sitting in judgment of someone or something. And that's a rather low frequency place to be, because it keeps us ensnared. It keeps us low frequency. Making another wrong or making something wrong is a low frequency. Once again, we're giving our attention to what we don't want. Whereas discernment, which is the higher octave of the judgment card, is our capacity to distinguish what is appropriate for us. So, of course, we have agreements. That's our legal system. We have agreements in our society so that we can co-create and live in harmony. And those are going to need to change, because some of those rules and regulations and those things that we've come up with no longer apply or need to be adjusted, for sure. We're an evolving species. Our needs change constantly. And it's important to review. It's important to question. It's important to examine. It's important for us to look at where we've come from and say, is that still relevant? Very, very important, because again, so much is changing. And we need to do it from a place of discernment. What is relevant now? What is important now? What do we know now that we didn't know before? Not from a holding on to the past and giving it our energy and shouting no at it, but from a place of, I see now. That part didn't work, but I liked this part. This piece seemed to help us be clear about what we need to do. We need to maybe carry that one forward. So this card is talking about the discernment and the judgment of where are we sitting. It's the energy of this week. It's the energy of what we're going to be experiencing. It's the foundation, again, of this reading this week. We need to be paying attention to what are we learning? What are we distinguishing? And moving forward on it powerfully, not reactively, not in a way that's taking our energy and feeding what we don't want. Very, very important. Where attention goes, energy flows, and energy becomes manifestation. It all starts with energy. So, we're really being called into our mastery, into our discipline, to distinguish what is appropriate for us, to unhook from these large sweeping statements of wrongness and rightness. Once again, if you're in a field where you're called to hold this energy on a larger scale, I ask you to also go within and to lean into your heart and into your wisdom and ask for support from the broader, wiser part of you, because we all need that guidance. We are small human beings expanding into larger ones. That's the threshold that we are on. We're learning to hold more of that wisdom. We're learning to hold more of that light frequency energy in our field. We are becoming beacons of light more and more and more. We're holding more of that in our human field. Our human field is expanding to accommodate it. We need to keep expanding it. And practices, like I've mentioned before, of meditation, Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga, and others are all there to help us learn how to hold that larger frequency in our field so we can be the evolved human beings that we came to be and help collectively move us forward, because as each of us holds more love and light, it facilitates that for our neighbor, and we all can carry more together. It's incredible, the possibilities that we're faced with. So this week, from destruction, from the cosmic 2x4s, by the pulling down of what was, that was out of integrity, comes an opportunity to rebuild carefully, lovingly, with presence, with kindness, with enjoyment, with satisfaction that comes from doing a job well, in companionship, collaboratively, co-creatively. That is the way forward for humanity. Not just a few people at the top deciding what everybody's doing, but for us as a society, as pockets of society, to decide what we want and to co-create it together. And then this justice card. This is about balance. This is about right balance, right relationship with ourselves, right relationship with our path in life, and collectively humanity's right relationship with our life experience as a species on this planet, our relationship with the planet. We have a lot to atone for and tidy up because we've been out of integrity. And so as we clean things up for ourselves personally, we're clearer and clearer about what we're wanting to hold on the collective levels. And then here, the card of name of the card is Judgment. I like to also call it the card of discernment because judgment is lower frequency, discernment is higher frequency. But that is why we're having the reading this week, is getting into that space of discernment. I am observing something in the world that I do not like. Rather than shouting no at it and giving a lot of energy to it and chatting with others about it and telling us all agreeing how terrible it is, what do we know now? What have we distinguished? How do I want to be in my own life in response to what I've observed there? I want to be kinder. I want the world to be a kind, loving, receptive space. I want there to be an end to these crazy, endless wars that seem to fill the coffers of a very small group of individuals and just make life miserable for everyone else. I want to see a change to these things. So how can I live more love and kindness and life right here, right now, in my own experience? It's not always easy. We are very human beings, but we're becoming better. That's the important thing to remember. So 3 major arcanas and work. The Tower, Justice, and Judgment. It's going to be an interesting week, I think. I hope you'll let me know if it's been interesting in your world. Hopefully all is going well and you're leveraging your distinctions and your wisdom and your tools to move your life beautifully forward and change things in good ways, even if it's just holding energy. You know, I was thinking about that the other day. Yes, for sure, let's live into this as much as possible. But at the very minimum, let's simply be more love. Let's simply be more kindness. Let's simply be more of what we want to experience. Be the energy of it. Be the frequency of it. Can never underestimate just how important it is. Of course, in interacting with each other, holding that is really important and grounding it in our actions and our words and our deeds. But simply holding the frequency of it is really, really helpful too, because we're all part of one human family, as we know, and we can really help tip the balance in good ways by doing that. Okay, our card to grow on. So Creator, what is it that we need to know this week for our highest and greatest good? How do we summarize what we've learned this week so that we can carry that wisdom within us and remember it when we need it as we go forward into this week with hearts of kindness and love and intention for the good? Fulfillment, the 9 of Hearts. So we've seen this one recently. This is that lovely, lovely energy of basking in the good, of really giving ourselves permission to be in the energy of fulfillment, of feeling good, of I did this and it was a good thing and I feel good about that and I am going to let myself enjoy that good feeling place. We often feel guilty about feeling good. I'm not quite sure why that is. There's a lot of programming in our culture, a lot of invalidation thrown in our spaces. But our good feeling energy is essential. Our allowing ourselves to bask in good feeling places and spaces and opportunities is very, very healthy, not just for us, but for the human family of which we are all a part. Just talking about that connection that we have. So this week, going forward, our card to grow on, seek out fulfillment, seek out the feelings of satisfaction, of deep well-being, of happiness, of pleasure, of contentment. All of those words touch into that energy of source and help us to line up with the energy of source. When we've done a good job working with somebody, it's so satisfying. We clean our kitchen, we look in and it's nice, everything's in its place and it feels good. Pause for a moment. Really breathe that in. My kitchen's clean. Oh, that feels good. I love having a clean kitchen. And let yourself bask in it and enjoy it. Or I just completed such and such. Yeah, it was challenging and it's done. And boy, am I glad it's done. And I'm just going to enjoy this feeling of freedom that comes from accomplishing something. rather than just racing on to the next thing. Giving ourselves permission to be here now and really enjoying a really good meal. And at the end, just really being present to that. Or while you're eating the meal, enjoying every bite. These are very simple examples, but I know you know what I mean. This is getting into that energy of well-being, whatever that might be. Gratitude, appreciation, noticing, beauty, giving oneself permission to linger there a little longer and hold it a little more and to be it a little bit more, because we are the antenna of the planet. And when we hold those frequencies, we feed it into the collective field on this planet, and it's a good thing. Rather than being in a state of fear and unwillingly or unwittingly being a beacon of that or a transmitter of that, we can be a transmitter of the good by giving ourselves permission to be there and bask in it and hold it and really milk it for everything that it's worth. So I hope you will give yourself permission to really enjoy this first week of August with all of its beauties and really let go of the things that are beyond you and come home to your life, this immediate experience of where you are and who you are, and how can you make the world more beautiful from this immediate place, from that beautiful body in time and space where you are right now. And if you happen to be a world leader or somebody who's of importance on the bigger stage, thank you for your work. I invite you to ask for guidance and wisdom from the higher, broader, wiser aspect that connects all of us, because that help is there. And there are enough of us now holding this field of light on the planet that change is going to happen. It's going to happen quickly. It might be uncomfortable at times, but ultimately we're holding space for something more beautiful and more wonderful. And it's coming. So I invite you to take a nice deep breath. Bringing that love and light into your body and exhaling what you don't need. Let's do it again. Creator, this is your daughter Titania. Thank you for this opportunity once again to do this reading of the week, to be a clearing for your love, your light, your wisdom, your healing, your transformative energies. I'm so grateful for each and every individual who comes and adds their energy to mine, and that collectively we are pulling through such good energy, supporting us and being more than we were, so that we can in turn be a support for others, being more than they were. And collectively, so many of us in all of our different ways, holding space for more love and light, more clarity, more beauty, more purpose, more fulfillment. All of us holding this energy in different ways, and that transforming us as individuals in our collective field and our relationship to life on this planet and each other. I'm grateful for all the support, all the kindness, all the care, all the help. I'm grateful to those who came before, our grandmothers and grandfathers, who loved us even though they didn't know who we were. And it's a reminder to us to love those who will come and to do this good work now, because it's not just about us. It's about all the life that's yet to come, and creating a clean and clear space for that life to show up and shine in its turn. Creator, thank you for everything. Thank you for this opportunity to do these readings. Thank you for coming together in this way. Thank you for all the loving kindness and support. We are grateful for our opportunity to be embodied at this time. Help us to do it well. Help us to remember that it's about enjoying it. It's about doing this work and enjoying the work, enjoying the process, enjoying the journey, the distinctions, enjoying the moments of incredible beauty and holding on to them and allowing them to transform us. I want to thank each and every one of us, each and every one of you, for being here once again and adding your energy to mine. I will look forward to seeing you next week. If these readings are helpful, please consider liking and subscribing and commenting below even. And if you feel inspired, please do share. The whole purpose of these readings is to support us into a higher more intentional way of being so that we can transcend the challenges of these times in good ways and move our human family forward for all of our good. I wish you much love and light this week, and I will see you next Friday. Take care for now. Bye.